Hi, Dr. G was the movie of the day, starring Ayushmann Khurrana, Rakul Preet Singh, Shefali Shah, and Sheeba Chaddha in key roles. It's basically about Ayushmann, an MBBS, who wants to pursue his postgrad in orthopedics, but um, he just can't manage to get a seat anywhere and gets into gynecology. And then the confusion, the chaos that ensues, and his struggle in that department, which is female dominated.
Uh, this is Anubhuti Kashyap's debut as a director, sister of Anurag Kashyap and Abhinav. And uh, while that's the ostensible plot of the movie, I think a lot of it is about male privilege in a sense and how we kind of take certain things for granted in some ways. In any case, Ayushmann's long suffering mom, single mom, is played by Sheeba Chaddha extremely well, by the way. His long-suffering friend, who's also his tenant, is Abhay Mishra. There's an orthopedic surgeon who he calls Dada, who he looks up to, which is Indraneel Sengupta, and there's a role with Aisha Kaduskar as well. And then we have the gynec department where he's joined, which has got Rakul Preet Singh as the doctor. There's several other extremely good actors in there, including Shraddha Jain, including uh, including Priyam Saha. But the whole list is dominated by Shefali Shah, who's playing the dean and does so brilliantly. Uh, in all of this, how he kind of discovers himself, or does
That's
he, or
right.
doesn't he, is kind of the plot of the movie. What did it make you feel throughout? Throughout the film, what were you feeling?
Number one, I somehow felt he was a little wooden. The range of emotions weren't there. In a particular scene, he was the same. In another, which could be considered a little more emotionally charged, he was the same. I couldn't get him. His character, and every time there was a change or whatever, you know how a switch is pressed and something comes on in his head and there's a change, or he takes the right turn or turns a corner. I just couldn't get it. I mean, was he getting it? But they seem to think that, yeah, we understand, he's getting it and he's changing as a person. I don't know how to articulate it better.
I found the movie very hard to watch because if
Yeah.
I go with the lingo, ये आदमी एक कांड के बाद दूसरा कांड करते जा रहा था और
हाँ.
कभी अकल ठिकाने नहीं आ रही और बस एक ड्रामेटिक सीक्वेंस फिर दूसरा भाई कभी तो समझ ले अपने आप को कभी तो औरतों को भी समझ ले कभी तो कुछ तो कर दे बट ही जस्ट नेवर सीम टू गेट इट and it's very hard. I mean, I don't have much patience for such kind of people who try to blame the whole world but themselves in a way, right? And that switch which makes you realize and makes you introspect and goes, actually it's me, it's not the whole world who's at fault. That switch just never seems to properly come on because it's one step forward followed immediately by two steps back, and it happens throughout the movie. I found it very painful to watch. I mean, it's supposed to be a comedy, and yes, there are comic moments, etc., but it's dominated by this storyline. And I think she's right. I hadn't thought much about it, but I think his acting is underplayed to the point of being wooden in a sense.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Rakul Preet Singh really shone in her this thing. She was
She
very
was
good.
very good, yes.
I haven't seen a film of hers before. I think at least not in a lead role, and she's outstanding. She gets her points across, and she's vivacious. Shefali
Exactly.
Shah is outstanding.
She's brilliant.
Sheeba Chaddha, I thought, cracked a really tough role.
These guys are like
Really well.
really good.
And Ayushmann kind of paled in comparison, but it's also the kind of character he was given, I guess.
Probably.
So,
That's what I was trying to figure out. I mean, if I don't know how I assume that we're getting it, that he's changing or something.
But he changes, and then he again will do something stupid. So I think
it wasn't nicely portrayed somehow.
I mean, a movie I can give you in comparison is this French movie called Dinner Les Cons, which is also about something. There was a Hindi remake with Vinay Pathak, I remember, and Rajat Kapoor, where you bring a idiot home for dinner and you make fun of them throughout, and that genre, or where you're kind of spending the whole movie making fun of someone, I found cringeworthy in a sense. I can't watch that. It's not my sense of humor. So I don't know if this will be your sense of humor, but for me, that entire movie, I found it like really hard to watch.
And with such a topic also, it's a little bit...
I thought it could have been done completely differently and completely, in a very upbeat fashion as well. But
yes, there wasn't that...
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And it just went. In fact, there's an item number at the end credits that shows to me how confused the filmmakers are, because that has, apart from the costumes the people are wearing, no connection with what had happened in the movie. In fact, it goes contrary to everything that happened in the movie.
Right.
And I mean, yeah, you don't have to do it just because, So
I'm glad you said that, because I couldn't understand the dynamics also in a certain way.
Rating: 1, 2, 3. 4 from me and 5 from Ritu. I would really love opinions on this one, because we walked in with a trailer which kind of makes the movie go one way, but I think what we saw was very different. Yeah?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Let us know. Thank you.
Thank you.